Have you ever wondered why some men seem to attract women effortlessly while others struggle no matter what they do? What if I told you there's one fundamental truth about women that, once a man understands it, he can never lose in the dating game or in building meaningful relationships? This isn't about tricks, manipulation, or cheesy pickup lines. This is deeper. It's psychological, and it's so simple that most men overlook it entirely. Women are complex, yes, but at the core, they are human beings with emotions, desires, and needs that aren't complicated if you truly understand them. The first thing every man must know is that women respond to authenticity. No matter how much money you have, how strong you are, or how funny you can be, if you aren't authentic, if you aren't genuinely yourself, it won't work. Women have a sixth sense for spotting fake behavior. They can tell when you are pretending to be someone you're not, when you're trying to impress them with a facade, and they react negatively to it. The irony is that trying too hard to be what you think a woman wants often pushes her away. But when you are comfortable in your own skin, when you have confidence in who you are and what you stand for, it naturally attracts women. This is not about arrogance, it's about self-respect and self-awareness. Authenticity is magnetic because it signals that you are stable, secure, and honest, qualities women genuinely seek in a partner. The next thing men must understand is the power of listening. Women value men who listen, but not in the way most men think. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding emotions, context, and the underlying meaning behind what is being said. When a woman shares her thoughts, feelings, or experiences, she's often seeking validation, empathy, and connection, not solutions. Many men make the mistake of immediately offering advice or trying to fix problems. This may come from a good place, but it often backfires. Instead, listen actively, show that you understand. Nod, respond thoughtfully, and ask questions that show you genuinely care. This kind of attention is rare, and it makes a woman feel valued, understood, and safe. And safety is crucial because women are wired to seek partners who can provide emotional security as much as physical security. Women notice energy more than words. Women are highly intuitive and can sense your energy, your mood, and your intentions almost instantly. If you are anxious, insecure, or desperate, it communicates weakness. If you are calm, confident, and positive, it communicates strength. This doesn't mean pretending to be confident. It means working on yourself so that confidence comes naturally. Emotional mastery is a game changer. A man who can regulate his emotions, remain composed under stress, and handle challenges with poise is incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who can be anchors in a storm, not men who are unpredictable or easily thrown off balance. Understanding attraction is essential. Women are attracted to traits, not actions. What I mean by this is that they are more influenced by who you are than by what you do for them. Kindness is attractive, but a man who is kind because he wants to get something isn't attractive. Ambition is attractive, but a man who is ambitious only to prove something to someone else isn't attractive. Women pick up on your internal state. They feel whether your actions come from genuine character or from ulterior motives. Cultivating the right traits, confidence, kindness, humor, emotional intelligence, and integrity is far more important than any external gesture. Women respond to purpose. A man with a mission, vision, or goal is far more attractive than a man who is aimless or reactive. Purpose communicates value and direction. It signals that you are someone who is in control of his life, someone who can provide stability, inspiration, and excitement. Women want to feel part of something bigger, to share life with someone who is moving forward, not someone who drifts. Purpose also fuels confidence. When you know where you're going and why, you don't seek constant validation, and that independence is irresistible. Humor is another secret weapon that many men underestimate. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh, but not just with jokes. Humor that shows intelligence, timing, and relatability is key. When a man can laugh at himself, handle awkward situations with grace, and bring lightness into life, it communicates that he is comfortable, adaptable, and fun to be around. But humor must be genuine, not forced. Forced humor or trying too hard to be funny feels insecure. Respect is non-negotiable. Respect her time, her boundaries, her opinions, and her individuality. Women are naturally attuned to how a man treats others. If you show respect, it builds trust. If you dismiss, belittle, or ignore, it destroys connection. Respect is the foundation of attraction and intimacy. Without it, no amount of charm, looks, or money will matter. Understanding emotional intimacy is crucial. Women crave emotional connection as much as physical connection. This doesn't mean oversharing or being needy. It means being present, open, and willing to share parts of yourself while creating space for her to do the same. Emotional intimacy builds trust, loyalty, and attraction on a level that superficial gestures cannot reach. Women are drawn to men who are not afraid of challenge, not aggression, but standing by their convictions, having boundaries, and living life fully. Men who bend to please everyone or avoid conflict at all costs are less attractive than men who have courage, backbone, and principles. Women respect men who can face difficulty, make decisions, and protect their values. Perfection is a myth. Many men think they have to be flawless to attract women, but vulnerability is more powerful than perfection. Showing vulnerability communicates authenticity, courage, and humanity. It's a sign that you are secure enough to be seen as you truly are. Sharing fears, admitting mistakes, or expressing emotions appropriately creates deep connection. Women are not looking for perfect men. They are looking for real men who can be trusted and relied upon. Women appreciate unpredictability but not inconsistency. They love men who are spontaneous, exciting, and full of life, but they also need reliability. The balance of excitement and stability is magnetic. Be a man who can surprise her, delight her, and bring adventure into life, while also being someone she can count on when it matters. Communication is everything. Women are highly responsive to how men communicate, not just what they say. Tone, timing, body language, and listening all matter. Learn to communicate with clarity, kindness, and intention. Avoid games, mind tricks, or manipulative tactics. They may work temporarily, but they erode trust and long-term attraction. Self-improvement is essential. Men who grow, evolve, and challenge themselves naturally attract women who are also high value. Fitness, intelligence, skills, emotional maturity, and social awareness all matter. Women subconsciously look for men who are capable of growth because it signals strength, resilience, and resourcefulness. Independence is a trait that cannot be ignored. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, hobbies, passions, and social circles. Dependence is unattractive. Interdependence is powerful. When a man is independent, he is secure, confident, and exciting. He adds value to a woman's life rather than seeking it solely from her. Timing and patience are underrated. Women often test men not through words, but through patience, persistence, and consistency. Rushing, pressuring, or showing neediness destroys attraction. A man who understands timing, when to engage, when to step back, when to escalate, when to be patient, is far more effective than one who acts impulsively. Respecting her space, decisions, and pace demonstrates maturity and emotional intelligence. Women respond to admiration and validation, but it must be genuine. Compliments are powerful when they are sincere and specific. Generic flattery or constant praise feels shallow. Admire her character, her skills, her values, and her uniqueness. This makes her feel truly seen and appreciated, which strengthens attraction and trust. Boundaries are crucial. Women are attracted to men who have strong boundaries because it shows self-respect, integrity, and confidence. A man who cannot say no, who cannot enforce limits, or who is easily manipulated loses respect. Boundaries create clarity, reduce friction, and enhance attraction, because they show that you value yourself and expect to be treated with respect. Physical presence is more than looks. Posture, eye contact, movement and presence communicate power, confidence and energy. Women subconsciously read these signals, often more than words. Learning to carry yourself with calm authority, warmth and awareness enhances attractiveness exponentially. Emotional resilience is a secret weapon. Life is full of challenges, and women are attracted to men who can navigate adversity with grace. Complaining, blaming, or falling apart under stress diminishes attraction. Facing life with courage, humor, and perspective signals that you are someone who can be relied upon, trusted, and admired. Generosity matters too, but not just financially. Generosity of spirit, time, attention, and empathy is magnetic. A man who gives without expectation of return demonstrates abundance, selflessness, and high character. Women respond to this because it shows that you are capable of caring deeply and sharing life fully. The ultimate truth is this: women want men who know themselves. Self-knowledge, self-awareness, and self-acceptance are the foundation of everything. When a man knows his strengths, weaknesses, desires, and purpose, he navigates relationships with clarity, integrity, and confidence. This is irresistible because it signals stability, authenticity, and depth. Once a man understands women on this level, understands that they respond to authenticity, listening, emotional intelligence, purpose, humor, respect, boundaries, communication, and self-mastery, he unlocks a power that is not about manipulation, but about genuine connection. He can create meaningful relationships, attract high-quality partners, and experience love, intimacy, and respect like never before. No more guessing, no more games, no more frustration. Understanding these truths gives a man the ability to act, respond, and engage in ways that are natural, effective, and deeply attractive. So, if you are ready to never lose again, start with yourself. Work on your authenticity, your purpose, your emotional intelligence, your boundaries, and your presence. Listen more than you speak. Value connection over validation. Live fully, laugh often, and grow continuously. Women are not a puzzle to solve. They are people to understand, relate to, and connect with. Once you know this, everything else falls into place. This knowledge is a superpower, not because it lets you get women, but because it transforms how you engage with life, relationships, and yourself. It turns frustration into clarity, confusion into confidence, and effort into natural attraction. You will notice a change not just in women's responses, but in your own sense of fulfillment, purpose, and joy. The men who succeed with women consistently are not the richest, the most handsome, or the smoothest. They are the men who understand these truths, who embody them, and who live by them every day. Women sense it immediately, and once they do, respect, trust, and attraction follow naturally. This is why, once a man knows this about women, he can never lose. Because he is no longer chasing, pretending, or guessing. He is living authentically, acting